Hi, this is Brad Constantine, and this is a podcast recording of the Old Testament. Although this is not an official recording of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, every effort's been made to be as doctrinally accurate as possible. I'll be using for the text the Joseph Smith translation of the Old Testament, along with many commentaries from general authorities of the Church, BYU professors, Bible scholars, and others. This format will be very detailed, and so if you want a deep analysis of the Old Testament, you come to the right place. Thanks for your attendance. Welcome back. This will be from Micah chapter 6. Micah presents in chapters 6 and 7 the Lord's case against Israel in an indisputable fashion and illustrates the effect the punishment will have on Israel. It will strip her of pride and cause her to rely on the Lord. Chapter 6 is a lawsuit speech. Verse 1. So you can tell from the context then that what the purpose of this is. It's like being in a courtroom. Hear ye now what the Lord saith, Arise, contend thou before the mountains, and let the hills hear thy voice. Hear ye, O mountains, the Lord's controversy, and ye strong foundations of the earth, for the Lord hath a controversy with his people, and he will plead with Israel. All are summoned to the trial. O my people, what have I done unto thee, and wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. The Lord is not at fault for their punishment. For I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of servants, and I sent before thee Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. This was to show that the Lord had done his part of the covenant. O my people, remember now that what Balak, king of Moab, consulted, and what Balaam the son of Beor answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye may know the righteousness of the Lord. Back in Numbers chapter 22 it reads, And Balak the son of Zippor saw that all that Israel had done to the Amorites, and Moab was sore afraid of the people because they were many. And Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, Now shall this company lick up all that are round about us, as the ox licketh up the grass of the field. And Balak the son of Zippor was king of the Moabites at that time. He sent messengers therefore unto Balaam the son of Beor to Pethor, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, Behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may smite them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I wot that he whom thou blessest is blessed, and he whom thou cursest is cursed. Remember, that was Balaam, the prophet Balaam, that was being asked to curse Israel, and he couldn't do it. Verse 6, Wherewith shall I come before the Lord, and bow myself before the high king? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves of a year old? He is asking Israel what the true method of worshiping is. Will the Lord be pleased with thousands of rams, or with 10,000s of rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? The Lord does not want sacrifices, he wants our hearts. Sacrifices in and of themselves don't wash away sins, repentance does. Verse 8, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Keep the commandments. Notwithstanding the crime and punishment, God would show his people how to be just and also how to be merciful. Maybe the name of Micah fits here. Remember, his name means who is like Jehovah, for greatness and mercy and compassion. We're supposed to be like that. Verse 9, The Lord's voice crieth unto the city, and the man of wisdom shall see thy name. Hear ye the rod, and who hath appointed it? The prophet, the voice of the Lord, calls out to Jerusalem, and the wise man will realize that the prophet does so in the Lord's name, and therefore bears his authority. The rod is a tool of gentle guidance as well as judgment and punishment. Verse 10, And are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure that is abominable? Shall I count them pure with the wicked balance, and with the bag of deceitful weights? Or dishonesty in business dealings is strictly prohibited by the law. For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and the tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Micah lists Israel's sins. Therefore also will I make thee sick in smiting thee, in making thee desolate because of thy sins. These are a series of covenant curses found in Leviticus 26 and Deuteronomy 28. Thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied, and thy casting down, or thy hunger shall be in thy inward parts, shall be in the midst of thee, and thou shalt take hold, but thou shalt not deliver, and that which thou deliverest will I give up to the sword. Thou shalt sow, but thou shalt not reap. Thou shalt tread the olives, but thou shalt not anoint thee with oil and sweet wine, but thou shalt drink wine. For the statutes of Omri are kept, and all the works of the house of Ahab, and ye walk in their counsels, that I should make thee a desolation, and the inhabitants thereof a hissing. Therefore ye shall bear the reproach of my people. The people are wicked. Israel will not keep the law of the Lord, but they will keep the statutes of wicked kings, Omri and Ahab. For this the Lord will punish them. Anyway, that's the end of the chapter, and we'll see you next time. Bye.